So, alright, so we had a couple other people asking questions. Go right ahead. Like Xavier and Dante were writing. Continue. I'm watching. Yeah, I mean video effects for intros like what Red Clock just did. Um, as guys are writing, I'm gonna just mention that I record Rollercoaster Tycoon. I put it in a windowed mode. Make the game as big as possible, so it ends up being like a 1280 by 1080, which is huge. And I use Camtasia to record it, and then when I get in the editing, I manipulate it so that it has the best quality possible. But that way, when you guys watch it on the YouTube thing, you can see as much of the game as possible. What was my favorite game as a kid? I mentioned that in a previous video, but we might not have seen it. It was Sherlock Holmes, case of the serrated scalpel. But fair enough question to ask. Love that game. There was also Light Crusader was also a very fun game for the Genesis. I love Streets of Rage. I'm trying to think what other. Oh, Crystal Caves for DOS. I liked some DOS stuff. Duke Nukem, the old one. There was a game involving zombies for the Apple that I remember, and it was something like you had to jump up, and there was like candy and some stuff. If anyone can give me the name of that game, I will be seriously. I will like be indebted to you, and I will try and record that game. You were like this little kid, and you had to save like these cats and dogs. You were fairly big on the screen. You had to like dodge witches or something. Most people are probably going to be too young to remember the game, but it came out on the old school floppy disks. It was a freaking amazing game. I can't remember the stupid name of it though, but it had some really awesome music, and I can picture it, but I just can't think of the name. I think you had a slingshot. So I'm going to try and describe it as best I can. If anyone knows even closely to what I'm talking about, definitely post a comment, see if I know anything. If you guys are going to watch this, if anyone's watching this video and has any clue what I'm talking about. Yeah, it was just Slingshot. It was amazing, man. It's such a cool game. I so want that game. Yep, the people that made Duke Nukem went out of business. Yes, they did. I don't think they could they could do justice to it. I think the best thing that they could do is just do what they did with Bionic Commando Rearmed, and just make a newer version of the same game and put it on like a Xbox Live or something. I think that'd be the best chance for them to go. I do remember Duke Nukem being announced back in 1998 and thinking it was the coolest thing ever. And then it just never came out, and I've lost all hope in the game ever being out. So I've just given up on that. Just screw it. Don't even worry about it. Duke Nukem's never coming out, but the old one is just as good. Alright, we have made it into August. A couple months left. Get all your questions out there. Gonna hire a handyman, put him in, clean up some throw up. Make your, ask your questions, guys. We got August, September, and October left. No questions too dumb. I'll answer all of them to the best of my ability. Am I ever going to play Knights of the Old Republic 1? We'll see if anyone else can answer that question for him. But what happened exactly at the time that messed up the video? It didn't mess up the video. The video was fine. It was Audacity crashed, and I had to redo every... I had to like recover every 3 seconds. Audacity captures in 3 seconds in little files, and then they compress it all at the end. And when it fails, you have to do all those in the other ones. But yeah, I have already done Knights of the Old Republic 1. I enjoyed that game. I played Good Side. It was a very fun game. I need to do it, and I play on the Xbox. One of these days I got to do it on like the PC so I get better graphics. But for right now, I got to finish KOTOR 2. Because that game, I need to get that game done so I can get people to stop bitching and moaning at me to finish it. Heck, this game's taken forever. I don't remember. I think this was one of my first few games that I started recording. It's been about probably 4 or 5 months that I've been doing this. Yes, the plan is to check out the Mega Park, and then possibly do some streams of the Mega Park, because then it won't really matter. I'm not going to be recording it. It's just going to be for streams, just for fun. But we're definitely going to check it out. The DVD release date for Boondock Saints 2 is March 9th. I already checked that out. Freaking awesome. Exciting. Dante had a good question. Do you post-commentate Rollercoaster Tycoon? No, I am against post-commentating. The only time I've ever done it is I did it for Sudeki, my first 4 or 5 videos, because it was the first time I'd ever recorded anything, and I was trying that way, but I realized that live commentary is the only commentary worth watching, and it was hard for me to watch my first few videos of Sudeki. So definitely don't do that. I hate after commentary. I've done it. I did a little bit during Plants vs. Zombies near the mini games and the survival, because I was sick and I was playing it all the time, so I just recorded it and then commentated it afterwards. But other than that, every single game I've done has been live commentary. So good question, Dante. Don't just ask them away. That was a good question. Don't be shy. I don't get mad at anyone, except for Severed. As long as you're not severed, you're fine. What's my favorite zombie movie? You know what? I actually liked the Resident Evil movies, and I liked, you know what? I like actually any zombie movie, to be honest with you. Let's see. I liked Dawn of the Dead, the newer one. I like Land of the Dead. I liked all the Resident Evil movies. I like Zombieland. I actually really like all of them. Have you ever had a game based on a movie that sucked? Yeah, Shrek for the Xbox. Game sucked, man. I was all hyped. It's like a party favor game. It's terrible. Do not buy it, ever. Most games based off any movie suck. It's all gonna be your opinion. Um, yeah, I have muted all voice, so I can't hear you guys. I will be able to hear you guys after I record, but I was getting people. It was hard for me to match up the voices when it screwed up. So this is just in case it screws up. I want to still be able to keep it